Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. 2 billionaires on the same day make the case for gold. Cash is trash. Hold some gold. Deficits don't matter. Get some gold. Billionaires, billionaires, billionaires. Now, they're encouraging us to hold some gold, but you know what? We're not billionaires. We're not millionaires. In fact, most of us don't earn, the old 6 digits per year. So what about us? We should hold it as well. Let's explore! This is, for the second time in as many weeks, the world's largest hedge fund is once again talking up gold as an important diversifier for investors. Speaking to CNBC's Squawk Box on the sideline of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates, said that in the current environment, investors should hold a global diversified portfolio that includes some gold. Cash is trash, he declared in the interview. He warned that investors should get out of cash as central banks continue to print money. However, Dalio tempered his comments on the precious metals, saying that a bit of gold is a diversifier. But it is not only cash that Dalio rallied against. He also didn't have anything nice to say about Bitcoin, which is neither a medium of exchange nor a store of value. And obviously there's some people who disagree with that, but I can see the arguments to make that case. He said that investors shouldn't go anywhere near Bitcoin because of its volatility. When it comes to a store of value, central banks will continue to prefer to hold hard assets. What are central banks going to hold as reserves? What has been tried and true? They're going to hold gold. That is a reserve currency, and it has been a reserve currency for thousands of years. I will also note that the Central Bank of Central Banks, the Bank of International Settlements, has upgraded last year gold to a Tier 1 asset. Although Dalio said that he sees a low chance of a recession in 2020, he warned investors to look further out. The risks are that because of where monetary policy is right now, it will be less effective when the downturn does come. At a point in the future, we are still going to think about what's a store holder of wealth, because when you get negative yielding bonds or something, we are approaching a limit that will be a paradigm shift, he said. Dalio has been fairly bullish on gold, and for nearly 3 years has advocated that investors hold at least 5% to 10% of their portfolio in gold. Dalio's latest comments come less than a week after Greg Jensen, co-chief investment officer at Bridgewater Associates, said in an interview with the Financial Times that he sees gold pushing to $2,000 an ounce. We covered that on this channel. Jensen said that he sees higher gold prices through 2020 as inflation picks up, but central banks, in particular the Federal Reserve, step away from the fight. The Fed won't be preemptive, he said. Jensen said that he is also bullish on gold as geopolitical uncertainty dominates financial markets and investor sentiment. We saw that with the Iranian crisis and with the strike, the retaliatory strike on a base in Iraq. When you look at the geopolitical strife, how many foreign entities really want to hold dollars? And what are they going to and what are they going to hold? Well, gold stands out, he says. Now, I won't go as far as to say that cash is trash, because it's obvious we need it, we hold it. In fact, I even think that you should have some in the bank, regardless of the inflationary hits it takes on a targeted level by the Federal Reserve per year. That's 2%. So if you have bank money in a bank account, you're essentially losing money. It's losing its value just sitting there. The best way to do is to either put it in a CD that can make a return of 2% or more. But regardless, even if it loses, it's good to have money in the bank. It's good to have cash on the side if you need it in the case of an emergency. So cash is not trash. I disagree with him on that. However, as for preserving wealth, he's right. Cash is trash when it comes to preserving wealth. but it is vital and needed not only for day-to-day commerce as a currency, but also in the case of emergency and liquidity quickly on hand there. Next billionaire, David Einhorn. Hold gold as deficits don't matter. And these come to us again from Kitco. This is another billionaire. Investors, they continue to tout the benefits of gold, with David Einhorn, the founder of Greenlight Capital, highlighting the yellow metal as one of his firm's top 10 positions for 2020. We begin 2020 with a portfolio that continues to be concentrated in our best ideas. We currently have 96% of capital in our top 10 longs and 47% of our capital in our top 10 shorts. Einhorn said that it is an extensive recap to his investors published on Tuesday. Looking to gold, Einhorn said that the precious metal is the firm's hedge against growing government debt and ultra-loose monetary policy from the Federal Reserve. The bipartisan consensus is that deficits don't matter. Boy, is he right there. And it is a bipartisan problem for sure. Deficit spending is what leads to debt, and that's why we've got $23 trillion in debt now. It's insane. Insane. It implies that we can always print our way out of trouble, he said. All told, we can count on aggressive fiscal and monetary policies in both good times and bad. Gold continues to be a hedge in our portfolio against adverse outcomes related to those policies. Another major position on Greenlight Capital's books, which could impact us gold holdings, is a short bet on corporate credit spreads. Einhorn noted that corporate debt appears to be growing out of control. Credit spreads are at cyclical tights even when the economy appears to be decelerating. B, when we are far along the economic cycle, or C, corporate debt has exploded. And D, rating agencies have been complacent by allowing debt, EBITDA ratios to expand without downgrading their underlying credits, he said. Many analysts have noted that the public and corporate debt could create major headwinds for the global economy, adding further uncertainty in fragile financial markets. Any rise in market uncertainty is expected to push gold higher, analysts have said. Einhorn has been a long-term gold bull, so it's not really surprising that he would say that, because last year at Kitco News had an opportunity to ask him about the investment in the yellow metal. I hold gold, and I'm never going to get rid of it. I hope that I never have to use it, he said in May during the Sohn Investment Conference in New York City. And I'll stop right there because that is crucial. That is why we hold gold and silver. Essentially, if you're going to be a stacker, you hold it for the long term and hope you never have to get rid of it. And that's the one lesson I would say, especially to silver stackers out there. Don't give up. Hold on to it, because in the long run, it will preserve its wealth, although there's going to be times where it goes up and down, below and above the inflation level, but you hold on it for the long term. And that is why, for those of us who earn less than 6 figures per year, this is why it's good to hold gold, especially gold. And it's fine to have some silver, but I think that silver stackers should diversify, that's my opinion, into some gold, because that gold is going to give you that ultra stability that we're not seeing with the volatility of silver out there. So, Einhorn's outlook on gold came the same day that Ray Dalio talked up the yellow metal at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. In an interview with CNBC, the founder of Bridgewater Associates said that cash is trash and gold should be a part of a balanced global portfolio. Bridgewater sees gold pushing at $2,000 an ounce as central banks ignore growing inflation threats. So this is just another example why these two folks, these billionaires, are saying it, and it probably gives you some outlook as to the reason why people like Warren Buffett aren't saying it and aren't bullish on gold. So there you have it. Post your thoughts below. I found this quite fascinating indeed. Would like to extend a multitude of gratitude for y'all for taking the time to watch. Remember, I do post videos daily, and I'd like to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe. got the scammer call coming in. I'll take it. Hello? Hello?
This is an important message regarding your credit card account. We have made several attempts to reach you. This is your final courtesy call before we are unable to lower your credit card interest rate. Press 1 to speak to the Member Services Department, or press 2 and your eligibility to lower your rate will expire.
Won't let me just press a number. Anyways, alright.